Namaskar friends, today you all are welcome to our first online lecture series that is predominantly focused on design, development and validation of research tool. We will just begin our discussion with certain conceptual question, or we can say certain guiding questions. Can we carry out our research without a valid research tool or tools? Definitely, each one of you will agree with the answer yes. Without a valid, genuine, reliable, and usable tool, we cannot begin our research and we cannot end our research. Friends, it would definitely be guided to respond to the second question: what kind of research tool or tools we need in which context? Friends, the discussion would be focused on two important segments. One is concept, another is context of research tools. Whenever we discuss, conceptualize about the research tool, we must not undermine the important idea of data. And whenever we think about the capturing of data, then it can only be possible through genuine research tool. And in one line, we can have a said that research tool is a device by which we can collect the necessary data. We can collect the necessary data, or I can say it is a data capturing device in terms of tools, in terms of techniques, in terms of test, in terms of scale, in terms of checklist, in terms of rating scale, in terms of attitude scale, in terms of focus group discussion, in terms of panel discussion, in terms of observations, in terms of interview, and what may be. So it always decides what type of data we are going to capture, or we can simply say what would be the nature of data and what we exactly look into from the data set, whether it would be qualitative data or whether it would be quantitative data, for what purpose we are going to use the data and for what context we are going to collect the data. So it is always decided on the basis of the nature of data set. That's why, friends, if you ask me to classify the data collecting device, so data collecting device are broadly classified into two segments. One is tool, another is techniques. So far tools are concerned, tools are further divided into two parts. One is test, another is scale. Similarly, if you like to know about the techniques, there are different techniques used in different purpose and different context, out of which observation and interviews are some of the common tools usually helpful for a researcher to capture the qualitative data. Friends, if you like to conceptualize the tools in different context, so broadly, tools, the intention of a tool either to capture the cognitive data or to capture the affective data. Whenever we are going to capture the cognitive data, or whenever we are going to focus on the cognitive components, that is usually conducted or administered through the tests. And tests are these tools which usually measure the ability of a student, the aptitude of researcher. However, the scale is always focused the degree of responses in terms of perception, in terms of attitude, in terms of behavior and which are usually flexible in nature, and that is measured in terms of a degree of responses, sometimes qualitatively, sometimes quantitatively. Thank you very much for the present lecture.